Continuing onwards from our discussion yesterday, the fact that action is so powerful and so instrumental in building this home for God doesn't in any way diminish that intention is so vital. It's so important. It is literally the soul of something. And like we've already established, the reason kavana, intention, is important is the same reason that action is important, because they're both God's will. They're both vital in building this home for God. So much so is intention vital that a prayer or any blessing said without kavana is like a body without a soul. So if you think about how dramatic and how powerful that imagery is, it's a body without a soul. So let's explain, what does that really mean? And hold on a second, does that mean that the mitzvahs that we've done without intention are lifeless? And doesn't that contradict what we said earlier, that even if a person didn't have intention in most mitzvahs, they're still valid, except for we said the first paragraph of Amidah and the Shema. Other than those two, they're still valid because the main thing is to draw holiness onto the animal soul. And that was accomplished. So how can we reconcile this idea that a mitzvah that doesn't have kavana, intention, is like a body that's left without a soul? To explain this, we want to understand that the body and soul each receive a unique life energy from God. So too, the action of the mitzvah and intention both have unique godly energy that they infuse into the mitzvah. The life that the soul gives the body, the energy of the soul is different than the energy of the body. So too, the body, the action of the mitzvah, carries a different energy than the soul, the intention of the mitzvah, carries. The energy of the soul is far more abundant than that of the body. It's a higher vibration, it's a higher frequency, it's a higher quality. When a person is missing the intention, they're missing a powerful energy, as if one is missing the energy of the soul. So yes, they are building a home for Hashem, but there's an aspect of the mitzvah that's not there, which is the soul of the mitzvah, which is an intense, powerful, godly energy. So to clarify this point, the Tanya will now take a deeper look at how the body and soul have a unique life force. Help us appreciate that the mitzvah and the kavana have their own unique life force, which they add to the mitzvah. So God animates everything, right? Think about the animator, right? Someone's animating something, God's literally animating. God is the ultimate source of creativity. So if you think this world is creative, it shows just on God's creativity. And this world is just, the hey, the ha of Hashem's name. It's nothing to him. Hashem's creativity is way beyond all of this. That's just one point on that idea of animation. But what we want to say here is that God is animating the world constantly, something from nothing. And if God were to not be actively giving this energy into the world, it would cease to exist, and more so it would be as if it never existed. Because this world has no life on its own. Same way that a rock cannot fly, and yet when you throw it, it flies, because there's the energy behind it. God is the energy propelling the world into being. And this is true of both body and soul. This is equal in all creations. Nevertheless, there is simply no similarity or comparison at all between the divine light and energy which shines in the body to light and energy that shines within the soul. The soul is overtly alive, and the Alter Rebbe brings the quote, Baruch Chei Ha'olamim, the life of everything. The soul is the life of everything. So the energy is incomparable to the energy that you're going to find within the action. So the soul, or the intention of the matter, raises things to a higher vibration. The body is low in energy and the soul is high in energy, meaning it's a lower vibration versus a higher vibration, a higher dimension of godly energy versus a lower one. And so a mitzvah, yes, it can still be halakhically valid without intention, but it's like a body without a soul, right? There can still be the body in the way the body's being enlivened, but the way the body's being enlivened with a certain amount of energy does not compare to the energy that's empowering the soul. So once again, this is one of the most intricate chapters of Tanya, and there's a lot of nuance here of understanding how the body goes with the soul and how the soul enlivens the body and the connection between the body and the soul and all such things. But we're talking about here really just to appreciate the idea of how powerful intention is within a mitzvah. So today, as we're doing our mitzvahs throughout our day, to just add light, right? To light up the room. We're already building the home for God. Just make it a bright home. Turn the lights on through that power of kavanah, through that power of conscious intent. Thank you for taking the time to explore today's Tanya together.